Okay, Bushcraft bums. It's all your fault. All right, I've been tagged by Bushcraft bums. Good, has a great outdoor channel, and they do a little singing every so often, and they do bushcraft activities. And oh, I forget his name, but the guy that heads up the Bushcraft bums, he even does little wood carving. Um, he he showed a spoon he made and a fork that he whittled when, well, a guy that would go out with him, and hiking or camping, he kind of kept some of his utensils that he made real quick. Well, they were out and about, camping. But I thought that was pretty cool. I've also made a wooden fork. I have yet to do a spoon. But anyways, something nobody knows about me. Well, I have made some skincare, some all natural organic skincare product. I was hoping one day to get it on the market. I've been out to the farmer's market selling my product. It'll turn a sunburn into a suntan in 3 days, 4 days. I've experienced it. A couple other people I know have experienced it, and it does some amazing things. And I'm going to show you a major ingredient of how that works. This is NF emulsifying wax. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's NF emulsifying wax. It's little bitty droplets. Actually, most of them are bigger. I'm going to show you what this looks like. Get this bag open here. Excuse me. Little wax beads, all right? And you put this in oil, and the wax beads melt into the oil and give you your lotion base. But I add natural organic ingredients into it, and I like making just the unscented. But here's one of the scents that was real popular. It's called Vanilla Bean, and it's by Sierra Candles. I don't know if Sierra Candles is still in business, but you can Google them, see if they're still up and running. I haven't looked for their product for a while because I haven't made any for a while. It's all my ex-wife's fault. I was helping her, and we were at the farmer's market, and she bought this orange scent that everybody was crazy about, and the girls started coming after he handed out samples and asking, "Can you make a lotion?" I'm choking, going, I'm a carpenter. I don't know. And they're looking at me and walking away with these puppy dog eyes, really sad. And the next week came along and they asked for it again. And I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls, women, between like about 20 something and 40. And I told my wife at the time, I'm going, if we get this kind of a demand next week, I'm going to have to make it. She's like, how? I'm like, I don't know. We're going to figure it out, which is a long story. So anyways, I ended up the third week out at the farmer's market in Vegas. I was selling my product, or selling lotion and soap. My ex-wife was making soap and glycerin soap. And so they come back, as strong as ever. Can you make this? We want to wear this. We don't want it in a soap. We want to wear this stuff because we're putting this fragrance in a soap. And orange and white. Anyways, and I'm going, well, I have a little background in health and nutrition. Give me a couple weeks. Let me see what I can do. I had no clue where I was going to start. I'll just give you a little tidbit of information on how I come up with this natural organic product. which totally changed, by the way, totally changed. I went home not knowing nothing about nothing, said a little prayer, asked for God's help and guidance and direction and ratios and portions. And I didn't even know where to start really, but I thought, well, milk should be a good base. You know, women of Egypt use milk, right? Milk baths. So I got milk, poured it in a blender. I oil, corn oil and olive oil, and I put it in a blender. I added some half and half to that recipe. And I forget I put a few other things in there too. I blended it up. Next day, you know, I'm expecting to see lotion. It was nothing, liquid, just a mess. After about a week of that, I reached a breaking point where I'm going, I was ready to throw it out. Well, I'll have to finish that story in another time, another date. But anyways, that's how I got started. Now, this is silky. All right, this is a preservative. This PE, all right, 9010 by Schulke. It's SCHULKE. I met the guy at a big meet for skincare. Where was it at? Not San Diego, but anyways, down by the ocean at a big convention, and got a hold of the synthetic, the preservative. And this is something that we're using in our soap initially. It's Vanilla Bean by Sierra Candles. So anyways, that's that on I do lotion. Well, I haven't made any for a while, but it's natural, organic, and like I say, it turns a sunburn into a suntan in about 3-4 days. I just don't have any investors. If I had investors, we all can make some money, let me tell you. It's a one-of-a-kind product. So that's something nobody knew about me. 2, I've only told a few, but I ride a Harley. I have a Buell, a 96 1200 Harley Buell. Harley, it's more like a crotch rocket. Although there are many other bikes much faster. The R1 is much faster. I believe the Honda would be much faster, but the Buell is like one of the fastest Harleys, and very good bike, handles very well. It's the motor is a modified 1200 Sportster motor, and it's a mean machine. It's down. Harley's have so much power, raw power, bottom end power, and it's got an oil. It's got a plastic oil reservoir, and there's an aluminum sleeve with the lid on top. It slides down, and it's just too much vibration because the oil's leaking out, and you can't have that. So I've been too busy and just haven't fooled with it. So anyways, I ride a Harley. The other thing nobody knows about me is I've raised 3 hogs in hog heaven out here. Now I've raised 3 hogs, and what I've learned in the last hog I've raised, that 3rd hog, is they start out eating like 100-pound sack every about a month as a piglet, and then as they grow, they'll go through 100 pounds in a week as they get ready to slaughter. And when you let them go through that 100 pounds week phase, and that lasts about a month and a half, and they hit that growing spurt. And if you slaughter them after that growing spurt, there at the end, they'll get up to about 350 and 380. The hams come from the hind legs, for those that don't know. And the hogs we were slaughtering, the first two, we'd get a ham per leg. The third one, after it went through that growing spurt, we had it slaughtered. It put on so much weight, we got 2 hams per leg. And and then pound for pound, cow versus pig. Pigs are a whole lot cheaper to raise. They're a whole lot cheaper to buy. You know what they're eating when you're feeding them. I love cow liver, but cow liver has a real strong bite, has a real strong flavor that turns a lot of people off because it's so strong. Pig liver, it's filet mignon. Now, I've heard, pig liver's full of worms and it's nasty and you don't want to touch it. Bad pigs are dirty. Depends on their environment. I am convinced after raising 3 pigs, it depends on the environment those pigs are raised in. My pig had a mud hole. I kept it fairly clean, as clean as I could. I'd wash the pig down, with a hose periodically. It got good table scraps. You don't give pigs beans and you don't give them tomatoes. They don't fart. They can't fart. You got to run a hose down their backside if somebody makes a mistake and feeds them some beans or tomatoes. I haven't had to do that, but I'm just saying for those, just in case, I'm just adding it to the picture here, just so that you know. But I find pig liver to be filet mignon. It's got a very mild liver flavor, very smooth tasting. And that's why I call it filet mignon, pig liver. But again, I stress, it depends on the environment that it's raised in. And so there may be pigs that livers full of worms and whatnot, but they're in a real filthy environment, eating stuff it ought not to be eaten. But anyways, so that's 3 things about me. Bushcraft Bums, thanks for tagging me. Thanks for the shout out. You've been a great supporter on my channel. I really appreciate you being a part of my community, and it truly means a lot. So big thumbs up, Bushcraft Bums. 3 things you didn't know about me. I never dreamed I'd ever be making any kind of a lotion. But I've got that kind of a mind, I've got more of a formulator kind of figure it out kind of mind, I did a lot of research when I made my initial batch. It turned out, I sold it in following, almost about 2 weeks later. I had a lotion that from the mix that I mixed up. And then I had to learn about preservative. That's too long of a story to get into right now. But if anybody has any questions about it, hit me up, ask me about it, and I'll be glad to tell you about it. Hit me up on a live stream, and I'll be able to tell you more about all the details. And it's a good story, making this all natural organic skincare product. I could do a video of it, of how to just make a basic formula. But I know when we were doing soap, we paid I think $20, $25 for a video showing how to make glycerin soap. And it was worth it. We were making money, and it's great presents. It's great gifts. It's inexpensive, or at least it was when we were doing it. I know prices on everything have gone up. This is product that I've had for a while. And so for what it's worth, there it is. I look for what else? There was something I was going to mention. Oh, I'm going to be doing a video on the trim that I put up on there in the bathroom. Today I was trying to show how to make the 45s for your corners, the picture frame this, and I'm going to be putting one up tomorrow, showing you the final details of how to do that. Unfortunately, I'm unable to edit because of I got to do it through the YouTube, and I don't have a YouTube editor. But if you're wanting to know how to cut 45s, it can be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. And the live stream I did today, you get the basics of how to lay it out, to set it up for the 45s on your edges around, that goes around the opening. And I'll show you how to lay that out. And but I was busy talking and not focusing like I need to, and I cut one backwards because the detailing was on the wrong side. The round over when I cut it, I should have been flipped around, and I was busy talking. And to me, it's real important to show all the details, up close and personal details on this cutting tile. These tile guys don't ever show you really how to cut the tile. They show you from a distance, and you don't learn anything from it. So I make it a personal thing that when I do these videos on cutting tile, everything's as up close and as personal as possible. Even my very first videos that I was doing when I started doing my showers, I was showing as up close and personal as I could on that as well. I guess I need two different channels. I need one for just home repair, and then have this one where it's just a how-to in general, with just general whatever. But I think it's time for me to make a channel that's just home repair, how-to tips and tricks, and that'll be in the future. Probably sooner the better. So all right, well, I thank you guys for hanging out and for being a part of my community. And if you're new to my community, don't be a stranger. Unfortunately, just to keep it real, the people you remember are the people that comment on your videos. I know there's some smaller channels out there that I've connected with lately. Enjoy being small. You have less videos to watch. You have less comments to comment on, less comments to make, less people to interact. It's a give and take. And I'm not even big. I'm just a little guy. I'm a little bitty tadpole in a great big lake. But there's a method to staying on top of all of this. So I'm just saying, if you want to stay connected with people, you got to comment on their videos. You got to watch the videos. Got to be creative to watch them. If you're driving to work, listen to it while you're driving to work. Treat it like a radio. Don't be watching the video. Let it play. Listen to it. Watch it later, but at least play it and listen to it. I know there's a ATJH Travels has mentioned to me several times that he's listening to my video on the way to work, which is a real honor. But I'm just saying that's creative. I never thought about that. That's a very good idea. You don't watch the video. Don't get in an accident watching someone's video, but at least let it play. You can hear it. And you can go back and watch it, I've often said I'll brush my teeth and let a video play. I'll be eating dinner and letting the video, I could kind of watch it and eat and talk and let video play. You just got to be creative. And united we stand, and united we make it happen here on YouTube. So if you're still watching, I'm out of here. So take care. God bless. Bye for now. And never give up, because there's always a way. Always. There's always a way. I look forward to hearing from you. I don't mean to be so long-winded. Bye for now. God bless. And let's keep it real. And remember, united we stand, and united we make it happen here on YouTube. Bye for now.